Hi, wealthy family. That was my daughter's hand. She does not want to be on camera, but we were hanging out and I was like, I gotta do my video. So here we are. Mind the sunglasses because it's cold, but it's hot. It's sunny. There you go. It's cold, but it's sunny. So it's in my face. But today we're just going to talk a little bit about Mercury Retrograde because Mercury goes into retrograde tomorrow, the 14th, and ends on February the 3rd. It will be in two signs, Capricorn and Aquarius. Aquarius, Capricorn. And with it being in these water/air signs, it can be a very emotional time, okay? It can be a very heady time for you. And Mercury retrograde really gets a bad name, right? A lot of people are like, Mercury retrograde, oh my God, it's something so horrible. Things are going to go like terribly wrong. And that's not really the case, right? Mercury, when it's in retrograde, first of all, it's not going backwards. It's just really, really slow. Okay, it's like snail slow. And with Mercury being the great communicator, by the way, that's what Wednesday comes from, right? Miércoles, when you're talking in Spanish, that's where Wednesday comes from. Wednesday is derived from Mercury. Etymology of words. But anyway, it's the great communicator, okay? So with that being said, communication, emotions, very touch and go during retrograde. Electronics, very touch and go during retrograde because it controls all of that. So just be mindful. Make sure that anything important that you do, I wouldn't recommend that you start anything or sign anything, but if you do, make sure you have a backup for it, okay? Make sure that you don't rely solely on electronic communications. This may be a good time for you to verbalize certain things instead of texting. I was just telling my daughter, listen, it can be touchy and it can be a touch and go right now. With text, call people, call them and get it through clearly, okay? Because my husband always says you can never tell demeanor in writing, but especially during Mercury retrograde, especially during this particular one, a lot of people can be emotional and it can be taken out of context. It can be misconstrued. So just be mindful of that, okay? I know the other day, Iron Man 3 came on TV, and I mean, I've seen it a million times, but I was like, I want to watch it again. So I, watched it through, and then I was like, well, now I want to watch Endgame. And it took me like 4 days to watch Endgame, the whole 3 hours. But I finally got through it. And of course, I know, and spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, I don't know where you've been, but Iron Man dies at the end. And I know that happens, which is why I wanted to go watch it again. And I was just a bucket of tears, like, oh my God, Iron Man is dead. Like my emotions, right? Just all over the place. Somebody said something to me and just emotion flooding. And no, it's not pregnancy hormones because I'm not an emotional hormonal person. Like by nature, that's not who I am. I'm a Pisces, yes, but I don't really get emotional like that, okay? So it's, just a touch of Mercury retrograde. So just be mindful of it, okay? It can be a time of heightened emotions as well. So be careful of what it is that you say, okay? Especially if you're in relationships, it's a time to reevaluate some relationships, especially with the conjunction of Venus still in retrograde, okay? So it's going to be a very heightened time of emotions and communications and relationships and, what you said about my mama type things, right, going on. So just be mindful of that, okay? And like I said, back up all communications with paper. And if you don't need to, if it's not medically necessary, try not to get surgeries, okay? No elective surgeries during this time from now until like February 5th. You don't want to have any elective surgeries if it's not life or death. And if it is life or death, then you just want to triple check those doctors work for you. The hospital works for you. Your dollars are paying them. Don't let them be like, why are you asking me this again? Triple check and just make sure that everything is good. Okay? You just want to ensure that everything goes well. All right? But this is one of 4 Mercury retrogrades that we're going to go through for the year. Okay, we're having one about once every quarter. Okay, the last one of the year is December, and it goes into 2023. So we'll be entering 2023 in retrograde. But yeah, just be mindful of those things. Okay, I just wanted to touch on that with you all, because I don't know if it's because it's 2022, if it's the first one in 2022, but I've gotten a lot of questions about that. I had people asking me in their readings, like, what should I do for retrograde? How can I counteract the effects and stuff like that? One thing that I found that really works with me during retrograde, besides doing ritual work, is staying in the present moment. Because Mercury is... Sorry about that. Hold on. Sorry about that. I got a call. Because retrograde makes us reevaluate our communication and our relationships, it's entirely important to look over certain aspects of our life, seeing how that goes, seeing how that can flow with you, and being in the present moment. Do not allow yourself to time travel backwards or time travel forwards, expending energy in those wakes, okay? You want to be present. When you're in the present moment, seizing the moment, taking on that energy, allowing yourself to be focused on you and what you have going on, it will always work out for you in the long run, okay? So that's something that has always helped me during retrograde. Also, staying grounded. Okay, now it's a good time to make sure you stay grounded. Ground yourself. Walk barefoot on Mother Earth, whether it's in grass, sand, water, even the concrete. Okay, if it's a breathable concrete, that would be good for you too. Okay, staying grounded will always be helpful for you, retrograde or not. Okay, so staying in the present moment, being grounded, and backing up everything, triple checking things, making sure that it's working out for you. Always good ways to counteract the effects of Mercury retrograde. Okay, so that's all that I have for you today, wealthy family. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Welcome new subscribers, right? I see we are growing. We're still chugging along to 888. Dang, he was all in my car window. Like, he was all in my car window. Like, home scene, you finna subscribe? Like, what you doing? Anyway, I love you all. I appreciate you all. What else did I want to say to you all? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.